Waiting out the rain.
That's a really big bear.
Hey guys, if you haven't already, be sure and watch part 1 of this 2-part series. I've got a link to it. I'll put up right here in the corner of your screen. You're going to want to watch that so you're caught up as you go into part 2. With that being said, for those of you that have watched part 1 and are here to watch part 2, let's get into it.
See, that just goes to show my sleeping bag is
Is working?
I gotta get one like that. Oh, the heartburn kicked in too, so I had to take a couple
Oh, did you?
things. Yeah, we're gonna get out here better today than we have.
Oh, yeah. We're good. We're golden.
Oh yeah, that did real good. Let's go hunting.
What I said earlier, we're high-class rednecks. We got a windshield wiper. Manual.
Yeah, there you go.
Manual. We'd be super high-class.
I didn't tell you. I forgot to load my gun last night till like after I'd been standing there about half an hour.
After parking the side by side, Dad and I climbed up about halfway up this hillside to do a little bit of scouting and see what we could find. Funny part about this spot is this is not super far from our campsite from a couple years back when we came out here. Dad and I never climbed it before. We went up to see what we could find.
Which way you want to go? Look at that path right through there. Yep. Exactly what we need. Exactly what we need. A trail.
We stopped the glass for just a few minutes before we went ahead and made our way on around the corner where we could see more of this hillside and across into the other canyon.
That opens up really good over there. There. Sounds like it's a bear. That's what I thought.
After waiting a while to see if we could pinpoint what was popping brush in the bottom, Dad and I split up and went a couple different directions to put more boots on the ground and to get eyes on more country. We split up for about an hour and a half or so.
We're probably going to give this till about 8:30 or so. And then I'll go get Dad and tell him to come over and look at this. Because I feel like this hillside over here is a good spot. Just not for the morning. You can't see anything. The sun's right in your eyes. But for an evening sit, it's really good. Man, it's pretty up here though. Bears are different because you're only hunting more or less one animal in a given range. They're not like a deer where you've got a herd that'll run through the same area. Bears are solitary, so you're basically hunting one animal, and you just gotta be in the right place at the right time. And so far, we just haven't quite been able to make that happen. You can't beat the scenery out here. Okay, I'm gonna walk over here and get Dad and go show him this spot over here so he can see it, because I think he's gonna like it too. You guys see these here? That's what we're looking for them to be eating. Those things right there. That's really good over there. Where I was sitting there, you can watch pretty much all of this and part of the next one over too. This is really good here. Because you can see all the way across there and do all this. See all that? I do think. Well, there's bear crab right there. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's a little old, but it's right there. And here's the berries. There's a lot of berries here. Go ahead and lead the way. You got knocks.
We explored just a little bit more before making our descent back down the mountain to the road and back to the side-by-side. Once we got back to camp, we took a load off, got us a quick bite to eat, settled in for the afternoon, relaxed, and then as we continued to hang out, we noticed a western storm coming in over the mountain.
Waiting out the rain. Oh yeah, blue skies. Made it.
Which is a good thing for hunting purposes. Hopefully a bear will smell this carcass and will come down and try to get a bite. We're set up about 20 or 30 yards from the carcass right now. So hopefully we can get a bear to come in close. And hopefully we'll get a shot off tonight. So fingers crossed that tonight we'll get it done.
After that coyote came through, Dad and I sat over that carcass until well after dark before packing up our way back out, heading for the truck so we could get back. Tonight, we were going to have to start getting stuff ready to take out in the next couple days. This is the night I got this pretty sick clip, I think, that you guys might recognize from a few things in our videos.
Last day, hoping for some last day magic. We're going back up where we were last night. Gonna look around up there some, and then probably head back to camp and start getting things situated to be ready to take out tomorrow. So fingers crossed, last day magic's gonna work out for us.
So up the mountain we went. Not on that one. As we neared the carcass, we slowed our pace way down just to make sure that we weren't going to run anything off of it that may have already came in and gotten them some breakfast that morning.
About 100 yards or so. Yeah, right around there. Yeah. So it's right there. It is the beds. We had a late night. I don't play in the bed. Beautiful country though, look at this. This is going to be a little bit gruesome, but cool to see. So, here's what we were running over last night. And last night, that carcass was over here. So something's come in and drug it this way. Dad just found this in here. That looks pretty fresh. So it looks like it was in here last night after we left. But we know it was here, so that's good.
After taking a look at the carcass, Dad and I moved on past and back deeper into the country just to see what we could find, see if we could find any sign of where these bears were coming from, just to see if we could get an idea of how they were moving through this area.
You know what? My body regulates temperature very well. It must, because I can walk 10 steps and break out in a sweat. But your papa did was like that. I'm just like him. That's because he wore freaking suede pants and suede shoes all the freaking time. Back in Missouri. Tonight would be the night to set on it. Yes. Because they found it. They found it and he'll be back. Because it's not gone. Yep.
After we'd hiked and still hunted for about half an hour, Dad and I came around to a pretty decent sized pond in a public piece. And let me tell you what I found gave me one heck of a shock.
People, holy cow. Look at this track in this pond bank. Look at this thing. That is almost as big. That is the same size as my hand. That's a big bear. That's a really big bear. Oh my. It's as big as my hand, and it's a front, not a back. That's a big bear. That's a front, not a back. Even in the mud, that's a big bear. That's a big bear. That was a big track. That's the biggest track I've seen. Okay. Where's that back up? Over this carcass. And we're pretty close to it just because there's enough foliage again that it's hard to see it from a further distance away, so we're pretty close.
Once we got our stuff together, Dad and I made a plan. He was going to stay up top with carcass while I still headed back to the side-by-side back down the mountain. And then he was going to come in behind me later on and still hunt our way all the way back to the truck.
Okay, I made it back down to the water and back down to the side-by-side. Dad's gonna come down in about another 10 or 15 minutes or so. So I'm just gonna hold tight real quick and watch this lane on both sides where I can. I'll wait for him to get down here and then we'll push forward some more. Yeah, it does. I heard a bunch of squirrels chattering in here on the way down. So
Magpies were there. Got a right place, right time.
This is the final leg of our morning hunt. But unfortunately, it didn't pan out with us being a bear.
Wonderful way to coyotes. You think? Even with fresh bear scat that close to it? Well, they could have been around it or whatever, but I don't. I would think that they would drug it. They would have drug it.
a grizzly bear would, no doubt. I don't know if a black bear does the same thing or not.
Well, not bear is bear.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I don't know. But it got hit. I mean, obviously.
It got hit
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah, it got hit pretty hard. Turned it completely around.
The ground's so hard, whatever hit it didn't leave any tracks or anything.
No.
So we don't have anything like that to go off
No,
of.
I just got down there looking. I go, you know, this thing hadn't really moved. It ain't. I mean, it's moved, but it ain't moved.
It hasn't moved a bunch. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with that. Small bear may not have been able to move it.
Well, that's true. I hadn't thought about that.
He may have tried and we just couldn't do it. But we did see a coyote there last night.
Exactly. Right. And he's coming to it for sure.
He's coming to it, no doubt about it.
No doubt about it.
We're spending the afternoon at camp. We loaded up with what was going to be our last hunt of the trip.
Ducks on the pond.
Ha! Look at that.
Couple of female mallards, it looks like.
Is it?
Looks like it.
Sure is.
Dad and I drove and drove and drove, looking for a good spot to go, and continued to drive trying to find a spot. Finally, late in the afternoon, we picked our places to go, but unfortunately it didn't pan out. So we headed back to camp and started getting ready to take out the next day.
It looks good.
Yeah, not much chili, but it was. I filled that one container up.
If you want to make it down the mountain in one go tomorrow, I should probably stay away from that.
Uh-huh.
You ever tried to put Ritz in your chili before?
Not till the night. Ooh, that chili. It got warm.
That chili's good.
Yeah, it turned out pretty good.
Ah, yes. Bring our best friend out here.
You like that?
Yep, that was good.
We have not suffered.
Not in the eating department.
Nope. You can thank your uncles for that. Because they did that, and it was like, this is how we used to do it at Meeker.
Yeah.
Well, they did it kind of out here, too. They've done that for years. They did that for years. Just like that.
Yep.
Everybody always made something. Meeker definitely did it.
Yeah.
Everybody always made something.
Took it out there and shared it.
Yep. Heated up. Kenny was add a little something sometimes, and
That's just what Kenny did.
yep. He was in the National Guard. He was a he was a cook.
Oh, I didn't know that. I guess
Yeah. That was his skill.
was a cook.
He's in the guards for years. He drilled in Aurora forever.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, he's in it quite a while. Jerry was in the guards.
I didn't know that either.
Yep, Jerry was in the guards. It's gonna get cold tonight. That feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Okay, we can share it now.
Are you
I
hogging
was
it?
hogging it while I
Are
could.
you hogging it?
while I could.
Buddy, we done good.
I think so.
It's been good.
Yeah, I think so.
When we were out here, when I was a kid, I mean, I can just remember because never been before, never nothing. Dad just, hey, we're gonna go hunting or whatever, Yeah. So we set up 2 army tents, the great big ones, 2 of them side by side. And I remember looking, and we literally had like, it's kind of an apartment style, but they put a 100-pound cylinder of propane, and we had an apartment style propane stove, and they'd level it, and that's what Kenny cooked on.
Oh,
So we had a stove and an oven and all that.
yards.
Yeah, they get up. Kenny and Bill Law, he's out of Crane, and Kenny and they were the cooks, and they'd make biscuits and gravy and eggs and everything and all that, and everything, and every morning. And it's literally as army style. Here's a table with plates and forks and napkins and salt and pepper and whatever, and then they'd lay it out on a table too, and then you just buffet style. And that was the year about burnt the tent too.
Oh, was that the same year? Oh, crap.
Same year. Oh, it's froze. Well, I mean, okay. Well, you know how cold it is here. We're hunting in October. Yeah, second.
I remember seeing pictures. I mean, there's
Right.
snow on the ground in a lot of them.
Right. And now you had an army tent. It was canvas, of course, but they would the stove. They'd fire a stove up and then it'd go out. Well, I had a service merchandise. It was a polyester bag. That's what I had. That's what I slept in. Didn't have nothing else.
Matched Papa Ted's pants.
Mhm.
Polyester, polyester sleeping bag, polyester pants.
Yeah. Oh, that's about September.
Oh, I'd love to have been
Well,
around
they
when
just
that
ate-
all happened.
They just I said I am froze to death. I froze because I was laying there. I'd lay there and climb in my bag, and well, imagine.
Yeah,
Even now. Let's take this in here and heat this tin up.
yeah.
Back then, probably need to be more like that. I never complained.
Just happy to be there.
Oh gosh, unbelievable. Yeah, everybody knew I was miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah, the next year, Jim gave me. Come down. He gave me an absolutely worn out pair of coveralls that he had. It actually fit me. I was close enough to his size.
Yeah.
He gave them to me.
Oh, goodness, I remember being a kid. The first pair of boots I had were those. I don't know where they came from.
Bucks, yeah, Northerners, probably.
Whatever they were.
Yeah.
And thinking I was all big and bad because I was walking through the tall, wet stuff with my feet just soaking wet. I was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
this ain't nothing.
Yeah.
Then I met Gore-Tex.
Remember that one time? It only happened one time. Stupid. And I was hunting in the sleet, freezing rain sleet.
Mm.
And I said, oh, I better go home. I better go home. And I thought, oh, no, I'm going to hunt a little more. And he said, it was sleet. I know exactly. I'll take you to within 2 feet of where it was. I still remember it. And squirrel started running up the fence line. I said, I'll kill that squirrel. And I pulled my gun out and pulled the trigger, and it went pat. And that was it. And there's so much frozen water, it froze my action open. I mean, it's frozen. It just.
Oh crap!
And I better go home.
I better go home because it was dangerous. Yeah.
Of course, I soaked them wet, and it was cold.
Cowboy boots.
You did to start with?
Well, yeah, some of them I finally got big enough I could wear Dad's boots. Cowboy boots.
And he still wore.
And he still, yeah. He wore his own cowboy boots.
Shoot.
It has been a good day. But let me tell you, it's cold tonight. So I'm going to bundle up just about like this. And try to stay warm so we can sleep. Tomorrow we gotta get up and pack. And then turn around and head for home. So, good night, everybody.
Oh boy, did we pack. And we packed. And we packed. And then we packed some more. And then we packed some more. When you send 2 Missouri boys out to Colorado to go camp hunting, we bring everything in the kitchen sink. And that means that there's a lot to put up when it's time to go home. But by golly, Dad and I jumped in there. We got it done.
That wraps up a trip. Should be good. We're headed home.
Dad ain't got a shirt on.
Dad ain't got a shirt on. He said don't do that, so we'll do this. Yep, we're headed back to Missouri. Goals to get to Salida, and then probably have another 5 or 6 hours tomorrow to get on home. We've had a heck of a trip though. We've had a heck of a trip. May not have seen any more bears besides the day before season, but we learned a lot. That's hunting for you. So we are gonna make our way back home and get back to the real world for a little bit, as much as we don't want to. So next time you see us, we'll probably be pulling into the hotel in Salida, or it might be on home to Missouri. We had a realization yesterday that his trailer is missing a cap for his hub. So we bought some grease and some other stuff to shove in that while we were headed home, and we're hoping that it's not going to lock up on us and seize and cause a whole bunch of problems. As of right now, it hasn't. We just came down the mountain with it, so I think we should be able to make it home hopefully pretty easy. Oh gosh. Hello.
Hello.
Oh.
Dr. Rome.
Yep.
Ethan today. Hi. Hello. Look who's home.
Hello. Big scary thing, I know.
Is that Papa? Can you tell him hi? 7:45. Hi.
Do you see the red light blinking?